here where you can, the doors and the meetings that you get to have if you're Raoul Pal and get invited to Davos or whatever.
And we're also building some metaverse experiences. We did our first one. We've done some stuff. We did a treasure hunt on Cyber, and we've been working with Vatem. We started our first experience there. So there's a lot going on there. But I think everybody's thinking way too small about NFTs because they understand today. Remember, this problem with macro is everyone's looking at today and saying, well, it's going to look like this, sort of, just a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So all NFTs are contracts, smart contracts. We know that, right? But every contract, and humans only exist, society exists from contracts. Everything we do, me coming on the podcast today, is a contract. That token that allows people here to ask questions is a contract. Your insurance policy, everything you do, your passport is a contract. All of this gets tokenized. So human society only functions with contracts, because if not, there's no trust. So contract is trust. So that is what's coming with NFTs. That is where it's all being built out. It is the other way of thinking about it is, if that's not big enough, it's also property. So when I was in Spain back in 2012, Europe fell apart and the euro was really strong at 148.5. It recently traded about 80 cents. And I was like, or 90 cents. I was like, okay, I think that the dollar's going to be stronger, the euro's going to be weaker. So I want to get my savings out, my life savings, and I want to start out of euros into dollars. And I want to start billing my global macro investor, my research service people in dollars, not euros, which is quite a brave bet because I was living in Spain. But I did it. And then I thought, okay, now I've got these dollars, what do I do? So I bought a property in Miami and in the Cayman Islands. And so therefore I now get the appreciation of the property if it goes up and the dollar appreciation. The other way I also did it was buying US government bonds, and it gave me an interest. So now let's look at the world of Ethereum, the nation state of Ethereum. Well, the property we own are the JPEGs. They can go up versus Ethereum, which is really interesting, or we can choose to get our bond yield, which is staking. And this is an incredible nation state that's being built here, and people don't really understand it yet. So those JPEGs, all of those NFTs that are in my token frame in my background, that is not only digital property rights, which we kind of understand, but it's representing that every single contract that we have can be recorded, transferred, and verified via NFTs. So that is not a tens of billions dollar market. That's not a hundreds of billions of dollar market. That is everything.
It's reminding me of G-Money being like, I got into NFTs because I saw it as leveraged ETH, which is what you're describing.
Right. Well, that's what they are. They're just leveraged ETH. I mean, I was looking at this the other day. My punk just doesn't go up in value in ETH. It's like stuck it's like a stable coin at 65 ETH. Yeah, that's the floor price. Okay. But the ETH goes up and down, right? Now, that was another interesting thing. Just as a side note, I'm going to write an article about this. So I think punks are Bitcoin and apes are Ethereum.
Huh.
Because Bitcoin is a store of value. There's got basically no other use case.
I get it. Yep.
There is no value benefits accrued. So why did apes flip punks? And I've only just thought this thing through. It wasn't because we all preferred the art or the community. It's because the apes accrued value from everything that Yuga was doing. So therefore, of course, they should trade at a premium. Doesn't always work that way. But anyway,
so you're saying the flippening is coming and ETH will flip BTC?
Of course it will, without question. It's almost impossible not to.
Okay, I have like 6,000 more questions that I want to ask you. The next time you're like stateside, I really want to do in person with you because you and I met in Paris. I had so much fun with you hanging out, and you're so much fun. So I would love to do an in-person interview. And I really wanted to ask you.
We should do it from a bar. We should do it over wine.
I'm going on the Overpriced happy hour tour this year. I tried to get you on that, and your assistant was like, he's not going to be in the States in Q1. I was like, but yes, 100%. We're doing it.
Although I'm at South by Southwest in March.
Okay, it was just a quick turnaround time for us to try and get something at South by. We'll coordinate about this after. You've got to go, so I've got to get some people up on stage. But I wanted to see how you're like thinking about protecting your business against just like not protecting against, because I think AI will enhance everything, but like you can
either observe it and be kind of scared, or you just lean into the bloody stuff, right? Yeah. And if you've got the risk appetite to be involved in crypto, you've got the risk appetite to get involved with all of this stuff and throw yourself into it.
Yeah. Okay, let's, Somi Sade, can we start bringing some folks up? And in the meantime, I'll ask this question from Jacob Brown while we get somebody up on stage. What do you think is the biggest hurdle for normies coming into Web3? And like, what are your normie friends at this point? Your normie finance friends think of it?
Everything is a hurdle. Yeah. I mean, it's just a ridiculously difficult experience. I have to keep hitting up Sergio Silva, every few days saying, how do I do this mint? What do I do with this? How do I translate it from this wallet? Why is my punk not? It's like, it's awful. Everything about the space is awful, which is kind of fun. If you're curious enough, it's fun. If you're lazy, like 99% of humanity, it's an absolute nightmare. But we've seen, so think of what Ticketmaster did. Why did they get 10 million NFTs out? Genius. Their wallet, every time you go to a concert or a sports event, your ticket is in a Ticketmaster wallet that you download. Right. That wallet's worth 3. So then you go to the Taylor Swift concert. Oh, next day you've got Taylor Swift's NFT. Genius.
We need Ticketmaster on the pod. You told me that fact.
I haven't got them on Real Vision yet, so back off.
All right, fight you for it. All right, do we have somebody, Sade, show me somebody who can come break up this this fight here?